Hey guys, welcome back to Life After Neverland. Before we get started, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. It takes you 2 seconds, but it helps us out tremendously. We spend hours doing this and doing our research, making our videos, and your support means so much to us. So thank you so much. We took a long break, so our algorithm is shot. We need to get that momentum going again, so we rely on you guys. Thank you so much. Please hang in there. And we're going to talk about quickly what happened on the episode last night and then what happened on live feeds. Wow!
This week is rocking when it comes to Big Brother. No doubt. This is our buddy Louie.
Anyways, wow, Tucker said he was going to do the unthinkable and use the veto on Angela, create chaos in the house, and he did it. Wow.
Yeah, okay, listen, I'm all about making the game fun and acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and just being silly. And this game, this week, literally kicked into gear. Angela got taken down by Tucker, right? And then we thought that Quinn was going to get put on the block, and then lo and behold, Cedric threw a blindside into Tucker's whole game plan, and Mackenzie went on the block. So fights are ensuing.
Watching X, people have mixed him up. People were like, they love Tucker because of the fire and mass chaos he creates. But I'm telling you, he was right about this. Quinn has an immense power. Being able to hijack a head of household and continue to have safety and still compete the next week, I think it's the most powerful power I've ever seen in Big Brother. That's crazy. And Tucker sniffed it out thanks to Chemo's crush and loose lips.
So true. And whoop, there he goes.
And the thing is that Tucker was right on the ball, man. We got to get that out. We got to flush it out. We got to get rid of him. The one thing Tucker doesn't know, Quinn is in an alliance with Cedric. The pentagon, whatever.
Pentagon. It
has not been exposed. Cedric goes back to his alliance. Is like, hey, Tucker really wants to go after Quinn. Quinn's got this power. What do you guys think? They're all like, he's part of the alliance. We gotta put up someone different. What Tucker doesn't understand is Cedric had a heart. He felt so bad that Tucker's so passionate about his plan, and it's not gonna go that way. So Cedric goes up to him outside. And he's like, "Hey man, use the veto on yourself." And he's like, "No man, I got a plan. I'm gonna do it." He's like, "Listen, you don't have the votes. Use the veto on yourself." "Oh, I don't care. I'm doing it. And then how quickly Tucker forgot after everything happens. Tucker takes down Angela, and then he gets super pissed at Cedric for not following the plan, even though it's Cedric's head of household. It's his week. He can do whatever he wants. Tucker's mad because he did not do what he wanted him to do and conveniently forgot that Cedric tried to warn him.
This is a little weird experience for me because I love a Zach type individual and I love a Josh individual that we talked about a couple weeks ago. I do. But I mean, maybe it's my age. I don't know. But back in the day when I was watching those seasons, it felt like those people were playing the game, and that's how they played the game. And to me, it felt like it happened organically. I don't feel like don't be a hater, but I don't feel like Angela and even Tucker are really being organic. I feel like they're both being very over the top. There's no way Tucker didn't remember that Cedric literally told him, you need to use the veto on yourself.
So you think
no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, dude.
I'm coming after you. You ruined your game. And it's meanwhile,
I'm sorry.
Cedric's sitting there bro, I got the whole house on my side. Cedric knew the truth. And I also want to say that I give mad props to Cedric because Tucker was coming at him with a lot of aggression, a lot of alpha male energy. That probably works for him in the real world. He just overpowers people. Cedric, cool as a cucumber, never raises emotions, hung right in there in that difficult conversation, was like, it is what it is, man. All right, yep, you're right. It is what it is. I guess we'll battle it out. I actually became a Cedric fan during yesterday's episode.
Yeah, you know what? Because he is a lot younger than a lot of the people in the house, and it's hard to be the person who handles themselves with integrity and, doesn't embrace the drama.
Yep, and also, I want to point out that I think that he made a really smart move when he got cornered during the pre-house meeting, and Mackenzie was like, well, what was the plan? What was the plan? Because she was trying to get him to say the plan was to put her up and flush out the power. And Cedric's like,
I was like, oh no.
He's like, hey, how about we take it to the living room? Let's do a house meeting. And he's like, I'm going to let Tucker spill the beans, and then Tucker could be in the hot seat, and then I could just sit there and eat my popcorn. Like, that was brilliant. Good move.
Well, because in all honesty, like, he had an opportunity right there where he really could have looked idiotic. Like, that's taking a huge chance to really make yourself, because he doesn't know what Tucker's going to do. Tucker is completely unhinged. And then you have Angela, okay? Tucker is appeasing Angela's ego. You know, we've got a spoiler for you, okay? Because clearly we're at the point now where we know who the HOH is, and the HOH actually is
me.
Angela.
Oh, Angela.
It's Angela.
It's Angela.
But I mean, I feel like prior to this moment in time, Tucker was very much appeasing Angela, and that was really annoying me so badly. Because in all honesty, what did Quinn do to deserve all of this, other than the fact that he has this power?
Which he didn't really work.
It wasn't like he pissed Tucker off. Do you understand what I'm saying? Quinn didn't do anything to piss Tucker off other than have this power.
Right.
So that is the reason why I feel like Tucker's just like, and I'm not saying that we all shouldn't love the fact that they're making the game interesting, because it is. It's interesting. It's fun. Like watching Wednesday and Thursday and just seeing them all like playing the game. Yes, that's exactly what we want them to do. However, it's more exciting when it happens when people are actually being genuine. Like if if Quinn really did something to piss Tucker off and it happened in that way, it would have been more genuine for me. The same thing with Matt. You know, I do think that Matt did some things that really were upsetting to Angela, but in all honesty, Angela should be home at this point right now, because she literally blew up her own game. How she reacted to Matt was garbage.
But then,
and so therefore, I understand like using her as a shield.
Yeah, like,
I understand that gameplay though.
But again, to complement what you're saying, like that's when like Josh, Evil Dick, those guys like became like obnoxious or aggressive on purpose. Like they became bullet shields on purpose as part of their strategy. I don't think it's Angela's strategy. I just think she's just like a little.
You know what's weird is I feel like some of these people have seen these characters such as Evil Dick and Josh and maybe Zach, and then they want to emulate them. And why don't you just be who you are? If that's who you are, then be that person.
Yeah,
like literally, like if you are an unhinged individual genuinely, but it just doesn't come off real to me. It honestly doesn't. What were you gonna say?
So in talking about like Angela, like just I just want to talk about her first vote of the season, because she's been on the block the first 2 weeks. She finally gets to get her vote, and it has been eating her alive to make sure her husband hung that light while she's gone.
What the heck was that all about?
Her poor husband sitting back, he's probably got a mess all over the house, hasn't taken a shower in 3 days, he's got frozen pizzas and beer, and he's like, yeah, let's watch the old wife on Big Brother. And then it's like, hey, make sure you hang that light, make sure you hang that pentagon, okay? Or pentagram or whatever it was that she said.
I don't know what she's talking about.
But basically, she had asked him to hang some stuff while she's on Big Brother, and she wanted to remind him during his diary room. He's sitting there and his phone's just blowing up. All his buddies are like, oh, hey, we heard what your wife. Make sure you get that light hung, buddy.
Okay, so we know that Angela got the HOH. Okay? We also know that now
spoilers!
Quinn has a power, everybody, and his power is truly very powerful.
And there was a really funny conversation. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm not so sorry. It was who was it? Mackenzie was there. She said that she was talking to Angela like, at least you won your safety this week, and she's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, basically winning HOH this week is just your safety. She's like, why?
Does she not understand? She clearly doesn't get it.
Wow,
that should tell you everything you need to know about Angela.
Quinn has a power, Angela.
Angela, do you not understand what his power is? Because you're the one that's outed him in the first place. Like, she outed him in the first place because he told her first above everyone else, and she still doesn't understand what his power is. Seriously. So here's what's going to happen, Angela. Let's explain it to you, okay? So he is going to take over your HOH, and the only thing that's going to happen for you is that you're safe. And the good news is he gets to play HOH the next round. She probably doesn't.
Which, but also it's Angela's first week, like, not on the block, so.
So you get a small break until someone decides to not use you as a shield or as a pawn. Because essentially she has been a pawn. In all honesty, even though they don't call her a pawn, but she's been a pawn. In my humble opinion.
And here is Sean's hot take. I think strategically it's too late, it didn't happen, but Quinn would have been really smart with his power to try to go and make an alliance with Tucker. Because everyone's going to think that Quinn's now going to go after Tucker. And, Quinn is in this alliance where, he's kind of at the bottom of that alliance. Because if you think about it, he's teamed up with people like, Cedric, Cam, Takor, and they all have these really strong social games and everyone likes them. Those aren't people you want to go to the end of the game with because everyone's going to vote for them in jury. Like, if he would have said, this is my chance, I'm going to take my power, like, Tucker is, like, ready to, like, cause all these waves. He's already got a huge target on himself, but he can win competitions. Angela has got a huge target on herself, and then they probably have Mackenzie and Leah over there who he can easily beat in competitions. Like, if he would have put that group together and started a little alliance with them with his power, I think he would have made it really far in the game.
But, the thing of the matter is...
No, you're wrong.
Tucker cannot last that long.
Why not?
Winning these competitions.
He doesn't need to. Oh, Tucker, sure he can.
It's delusional.
Janelle, Jag.
No, because even the season with
Corey.
Even the season with Nicole Anthony, Janelle did not make it that far.
That's because Nicole Anthony did not realize that Janelle really wanted to work with her. It was just an unfortunate situation.
So that's what I'm saying. Who's to say on this season that Tucker isn't going to somehow... Listen, it's not going to last that long. And... Like, it's all good and well when you want to be the wild and crazy person in the game to make a name for yourself so that outside of the game you can get other gigs doing whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, but you're in the game right now. Let's actually play the game.
And switch sides and team up with Tucker, Angela, Mackenzie, and Leah.
That's a horrible idea.
It's an awesome... No, that's why I would win Big Brother.
No, because Quinn has an alliance with these people.
Who are going to go further in the game than him. Because they got better social games.
I mean, but we're only on this is literally week 3. We're going into week 4.
Yeah, it's time to make those moves.
Okay, listen. Me personally, I'm just strictly talking about Tucker. Tucker is not going to last that long. He's not going to win every single game all the time, all the way up until the end. There are people like Jag, but Jag wasn't like being like... Jag was likable. He had people... Hold on. He had people in the game who actually enjoyed him and liked him. Okay? People are getting annoyed with Tucker. Case in point. They did not vote Quinn out. Why did they not vote Quinn out? Because he has a solid alliance. That means that Tucker... Who is aligning with Tucker? I'm flat out serious.
But what? That's you're not seeing the big picture here. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I can't wait until I'm wrong.
There's no right or wrong because he's not doing what I'm saying that he should do. But my point is... Yeah, you're right. Tucker's not going to win forever, and when he doesn't win, he's going to be the target, not Quinn. Angela's going to be the target. Like he can hide behind them and make it 2, 3, 4 more weeks down.
Tucker is not the type of person to hide behind people.
You misunderstood what I said.
Tucker wants to be in front of everybody.
You're not catching what I'm farting. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Quinn. Okay. Here's Tucker, and here's Quinn. Tucker is this big target, and Quinn can just be right behind him and be like, yeah, take out Tucker.
But then that proves my point. Like, Tucker can't last that long. Like, Tucker is going to end up going home, guys.
Right, but he wins.
He's going to end up going home if he keeps
wins
acting
the
that
next HOH, his alliance will be saved. Then maybe Tucker loses the next one, and he gets put on the block. Then maybe Angela, Quinn makes it 4 more weeks because he's not the target.
Some people are annoyed, like America-wise, are annoyed by Quinn. I like
mixed.
Quinn. I like Quinn. I think he's a good sport, and I think he's funny. But I do think on a side note, everybody, I do think that Quinn has played a really crappy game also. So I'm gonna sit here and give Tucker shade, but I'm also gonna give Quinn shade. Quinn actually outed his power to Angela right off the bat. That was stupid. He didn't know anything about Angela, obviously. Okay. And then on top of that, he's in all these alliances. That's not going to work for him in the end. And the fact that he was hiding his power from his alliance, that's not good gameplay. However, they gave him grace and it all worked out in the end. But how long is that going to last? So I think the two of them both have limited shelf time in the BB house.
It's interesting that, so another update is that Quinn already hijacked the HOH. He has put up Tucker, Mackenzie, and And Cedric volunteered himself as a pawn, which is like the new theme of the season. They're basically like taking that third spot away for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it. So we haven't seen it play out yet, but what's interesting is we all thought, at least we thought, that it was going to be Tucker and Regina because Rabina. I can't keep on Regina, but because they're in a showmance, you know. The only thing I could think of is maybe they're doing it as a backdoor possibility. So if one pulls himself off, they can backdoor Rabina.
I personally think that Cedric probably went up because they want somebody to be up there that can fight against Tucker. If you put Rabina up there, she's going to let Tucker win. She's going to literally let him win.
Well,
so you got to have Cedric up. If Cedric's willing to go up there, then let it happen.
Let him win, but he'll probably beat her.
I mean, do you think she's really going to try that hard?
Hey, where's Cam at? Has anyone seen Cam?
Did I not say that last week? Cam is boring to me,
Brooklyn?
and I don't feel like he does anything. Which is really sad. But once he starts kicking into gear, you know, I'm willing to change my mindset on Cam.
You're building your resume now. So, like, if Tucker makes it, to the final three, his resume already is so impressive. Like, his resume is going to continue to be impressive through the rest of the game. Cam has nothing to show. I know it's only been 3 weeks, but man, he's really going to have to make some changes to his strategy if he wants to have any resume to present to win this game.
I will say, like, when you talk about people in the game who are, like, genuinely fun and, like, do things that are, like, kind of quirky and stuff, I think Quinn is one of those people. Like, I think that's how Quinn actually is. I mean, that's how he comes across to me. And I wish that Tucker and Angela would actually be genuine.
I guess Tucker and Rabina kind of got into a little bit of an argument today. Because he's playing a character and it's kind of wearing on her. Like, she just wants Tucker to be Tucker. I didn't see the argument. I just read about it on X, and everyone was on there frustrated, like, oh no, they're fighting, but then they ended up making up. So it'd be kind of cool to see if Tucker goes back to being Tucker, because Tucker just being Tucker is actually a very likable person in my opinion.
Well, it does feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. Not saying that Tucker's not a fun person.
Tucker, when he shows up with the mohawk, he's like,
yeah, that whole thing is weird. Like, I feel like Tucker is he really like that? It's too much. It's way too much. Just like Angela, it's way too much. And funny how the two of them are like connecting right now. But anyways, speaking about arguments, on the live feeds, Tucker and Quinn actually got into it, and they didn't really show anything.
Well, because they started saying wordy dirds, and they had to cut the feeds.
So what? I mean, so what? But anyways, they were calling each other foul words.
They used a word for the male anatomy.
But in the end, it does seem like Quinn was fairly affected by it. So who knows? Maybe they'll show that on the actual show. Some of the fight minus the bad words.
So my hopes of Quinn and Tucker making a secret alliance is out the window.
So, question for you people watching. Are you a Quinn fan or a Tucker fan? And please let us know why. And I'm sure many of you will say you're a Tucker fan because he makes the game fun, and he does. I will not argue with you on that. But
I also want to cast a vote for Joseph, who I think is playing a really good game right now.
You do?
I think that he doesn't have quite the resume built up yet. But I see him getting into a lot of conversations. He's making a lot of alliances without going over the top like Quinn. Socially, he's putting himself in a good spot, but he does need to make himself, a little bit of a competition resume. But so far, I have no issues with Joseph.
Well, I guess we'll have to see.
And also, the new AI power starts next week on Tuesday. We're gonna find out what it is. We already can pretty much guess that they're going to take away the 3 nominees because it's going to get a little bit more difficult with 3 nominees as the numbers get lower. I'm happy to go back to 2. It was a fun ride for a few weeks, but I'm really happy for it to go back to 2. That way the head of households don't have to get covered in blood every single week. My guess is I think they're going to bring in some sort of battle back, because if you remember, last season Jag got voted out in week 4. And he was able to win his way back into the game. So this is a time where Big Brother likes to throw in some sort of battle back thing. So I think there might be some sequester for the next few weeks. There might be some battling of backs in the next few weeks. Or maybe they're going to do something completely different that we've never seen before. But something crazy, something new, and I'm here for it.
And I just want to make a point when we mentioned Jag, okay? Jag was an amazing competitor, but he wasn't like acting like a crazy person like Tucker and Angela are. And he was able to play what I feel like was a fairly awesome social game and physical game. Okay, that's what I liked about Jag, and we'll see how long Tucker lasts.
And I just want to go on the record as saying that this is Corinne's opinion. I think Tucker is a load of fun. I think that his goal is not to win Big Brother. His goal is to show up and make this as entertaining as he possibly can for America. And he's on the show, and he's like, I'm going to play Big Brother. I'm going to play it to my fullest. I'm going to make it as entertaining as I can. I think that's what his focus is, and that's why I think he's super fun. And I think that one of the things he just said is if he does choose houseguest choice for the veto competition, he said he's going to pick Quinn, even though there's nothing in it. There's no strategic reason for it other than he just knows America wants to see him and Quinn go head-to-head. Like, how can you not love that? So I'm all in for the entertainment value of Tucker with no complaints. Character and all. For
me, it's a double-edged sword. Like, I do love that part of Tucker. Like, I'm on that page with all of you. Like, I love that. However, I want him to want to be on the game to play to win. I would like to see Tucker win. So I don't see why, and that's why I brought up Jag. I don't know why he couldn't do those things, but then play a little bit better social game so that we could see Tucker win. Because we all like Tucker. There are things about Tucker that makes him very endearing. And so, do we want to see Tucker leave the game? No, I don't want to see Tucker leave the game. And so when he acts like that, it's just like, this isn't going to last very long. You're going way too hard, Tucker. You're going way too hard.
But there is power in the misfits. And so if Tucker swoops up everyone who was left out of the Pentagon Alliance, people who really weren't part of the collective, or anyone who just doesn't feel comfortable in their alliance, there's a power in the minority. Like, Tucker can, like, swoop up all the people that aren't part of the collective or the Pentagon. There's enough people who need an alliance, and he can, like, be, like, king of those people. Because what always happens is a strong alliance forms, and everyone who's left out, they just try to dodge bullets. But if Tucker can get them together, and we can have two equal alliances battling out, it could be a lot of fun. And Tucker leading the charge, that'd be really cool.
So wasn't Haley in one of her seasons, wasn't she in an alliance that was like kind of unfortunate? And so that's what it made me think of. Like, I feel like Haley was really, really intelligent socially, and she ended up just kind of being in one of those alliances where it's just like, ugh, I'm screwed. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what ends up happening, you guys. But let us know in the comment section down below whether you are a Quinn or a Tucker fan, and let us know why. And we don't judge you either way.
Who do you pick right now to potentially win the game? And who is your least favorite person that you want out of the house tomorrow?
Well, I definitely want Angela out of the house tomorrow, and I could give two craps if she needs to be like some sort of shield or whatever.
Hot take.
But who do I want to win the game? I need a second to think about it. Just give me a second. Or who do I think is going to win the game?
I think you're overcomplicating the question. We did this in our last video. We both said...
No, you asked me who I like. But who do I actually think is going to win the game? At this point right now is very difficult, obviously, but I think it's going to be a girl. Here's what's really strange is I kind of think Takor could win. This week I'm saying Takor.
Okay. I'm going to say that Cedric is my current favorite, and I think in the lead to win the game. I think he's got a dynamic social game. I think that he can be very competitive. He's my favorite right now to win the game. I really love the way he's handling everything. And then my least favorite is going to be Cam, which...
Ugh.
It's just... I hate people who just don't do anything.
Chelsea's also another one that I think is playing the game really well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Chelsea's doing good.
Mm-hmm. But I love Cedric.
Good third place finish,
so
though.
I'd agree with you on that, too.
So, guys, let us know in the comments who your favorite is, who you think is going home next, what you think the surprise power is going to be on Tuesday, and remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe, show us some love, and we will see you later, playa. Peace. I don't have my earpiece in, so this is really weird. Woo! Shake it! Shake the weed!